Hey there folks, welcome back to the channel. I've been out of commission for a little while. Quarantine kind of screwed everything up, which I can imagine across most of the country, most of the businesses took a hit. But I'm ready to get the ball rolling again. I've done a few jobs here and there, but in this video, I'm going to do my first unboxing. I ordered the Tamron 70 to 180 2.8. I recently sold my 70 to 200 f4, which I loved. Great lens, very, very sharp, one of the sharpest lenses I've ever used. I loved how light it was, but in all reality, I need a 2.8, something on the longer telephoto end where I can do weddings, corporate events, what have it, portraits, headshots. I just really need something 2.8 when it starts getting a little bit darker, and I love just the depth of field you can get. So I ordered it from Adorama, sold my f4, used that cash to purchase this, and showed up on my doorstep not too long ago. So let's crack this sucker open and get our first impressions about it. Let's check it out. Okay, so first off with the shipping from Adorama, it's pretty loose in here. There's lots of room for this to kind of bounce around. I got this one little bubble pad here, which I love to play with. I'm sure I'll let my daughter do that soon. But here's the Tamron box, and that's all that came in it. So I'm not too thrilled about that. I wish I would have been better packed in there and safer. But let's go ahead and crack this sucker open and see what we can take a look at. So it's going to have the same filter size as the Tamron 28 to 75, and I believe the 17 to 28 they made. And it's 67 millimeters, and it goes on, I think, a few other lenses Sony makes as well. All right, let's get this open here. I don't want to rip the box. All right, all right, all right. A little bit of paperwork, you know, the real exciting stuff. There we go. Come on out of there. All right. Hey, baby girl, what's going on?
I got more milk.
Oh, okay. Well, will you go back in there with Grandma just for a minute? I'm working on my video, okay, please?
I'm going in Grandma's bed.
You're going to Grandma's bed? Okay, you have fun. Thanks for making a, short little stay on my video there. Welcome to the channel, baby girl. That was my daughter, Avienda. All right, we got this little sleeve on there. Oh wow. This thing is actually smaller than I thought. I've seen the photos of it. I knew it wasn't going to be anywhere near the size of the f4 or the 2.8, and they compare it to the 17 to 28 and this 28 to 75. You set them side by side. Wow, it's really not much bigger at all. Okay, it's pretty light. I pulled up some specs to see the actual weight on it. So it is listed at 1.78 pounds. The Sony f4 was listed as 1.85 pounds, and it feels pretty darn close, just like the specs say. But it's still a million times lighter than the G Master. And for that 2.8 Sony, you're looking at 3.26 pounds. That's like carrying two bodies stacked together. So light enough in the hands. Let's take a look at it. Let's see. Okay, the zoom ring's pretty smooth. The focus ring is very smooth. The zoom ring is pretty smooth. You don't have to travel very far to hit that 180 from here. So here's 70, 180, and it just ends. Now I have seen a little lock on here. So it's not letting me lock it at 180. I think it's before you put it in your bag, you drop it down to 70. Yep, and there it goes, it locks. So you're not going to have that, little creeping when it turns upside down, or you got that weight going down on it where it just rolls out on its own. You can pull it in and out of your bag with that locked right there. So if I turn it upside down, well, it's not creeping out anyways on its own. Okay, that's pretty solid. Unlocked, it doesn't creep out on its own when it's like this. Maybe over time that'll loosen up. But so far, first impressions, you know, it's pretty light. It's pretty small compared to all the other 70 to 200s I've used. One thing I don't like about the zoom is how the barrel comes in and out right there. I'd prefer to have one that didn't do that, but hey, for $11.99, a 70 to 180 2.8 with the new sharpness and the optics and the speed of the focus, you know, for Sony. For example, this 28 to 75 that I bought, I was a little skeptical about it. I'd seen tons of good reviews, and after using it, man, I'm in love with this lens. I believe it was like $7.99 or $8.49 when I bought it, and it's one of the sharpest lenses I've used. It may not be quite as good corner to corner as some other Sony lenses, but for the money, man, you can't beat that sucker. So I'm expecting the same out of this. I've heard the technology in this focus system is supposed to be really darn fast. So let's quit messing around. Let's go ahead and throw this sucker on the camera and see what we get. All right, this should be my A7 III. Let's put this on there. So the first time we click it in, let's give this a shot. Okay. It was pretty smooth going in, and right before the moment where it locked in, it got a little bit tighter, so it feels like it's very secure on there. I'm not sure if these are weather sealed or not. It'd be nice if I knew if it was. I may be able to just put down in the description or something and take a look at it on there. I'm just on the web scoping it out. I probably should have got this information before I started the damn video. But we'll put that down in the description or something and see if it's weather sealed. I think it is. Alright, so take this lens cap off. Of course, this A7 III, even though being, you know, a few years old, these things have some pretty superior autofocus capabilities. I'd like to go ahead and give it a shot here. I'm just going to put it in auto ISO and see what it grabs onto. I know you can't see this in the video. I wish I had one of the Adorama recorders to show you what I'm getting through here, but it is locking onto things extremely fast. All the way here at 70, it's locking onto things that are even kind of dark in the foreground with a brighter background, which in, you know, my experience dealing with cameras, things with a darker foreground and brighter background tends to back focus quite a bit in that situation, but I'm having no trouble here. I'm able to lock onto the camera with a brighter window in the back. I don't know what the focusing distance is, but from sitting right here compared to my lenses, that 70 mil, it is focusing on there. And right there, it's out of it. So if I can make it to about right here, it's able to focus. That's about 2 feet away, and I'm locked on. That's really good. If I zoom into 180, zoomed in all the way to 180, it's allowing me to focus on that lens right here, which is pretty awesome. So you know what? I'll go ahead and take a few test shots just to show you the distance. So I'm this close at 70, and it grabbed on. So at 180, let's see where it grabs on, about right here, and that's at 2.8. So I have those couple of test photos to throw in the video, and that's it's pretty impressive. Let me switch over to video and see what we get. So all the way at 70, this is locked on. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. If I switch back over here, so the speed of the video autofocus is pretty good. Let me go ahead and we'll record this too. Alright, so it's going to be auto ISO, kind of high ISO in the video, but it's just showing how fast this video focus transfers over. So this is at 70. Let's go into 180 and see if that'll still focus. Okay, back there. Boom. You can see it took a little bit longer to transfer over to the background on that in the video. Will it get over here too? Nice. Well, I'll lock on to my GoPro. Oh, locked onto my GoPro. Wow. Okay, that's impressive. Let's go back to photos here. Pause this. Yeah, this is pretty stellar. Okay, so I don't want to make this too long of a video. Just kind of wanted to show you the unboxing, give you my first thoughts on it, and just kind of show you the difference. So here was the 28 to 75, pretty darn close, about the exact same size. Here's my 85 G Master with no lens hood, and this is a tank compared to this. Now, as far as the make of it, this feels a little bit sturdier metal. This feels a little bit lighter, like it's plastic or aluminum or something. But I treat everything like a baby. I've worked weddings, all kinds of events. I've done outdoor sports and stuff. I've never had a problem with physical abuse on a piece of equipment, you know, maybe electronics or something like that, or dust on the inside, which is kind of normal over time when you use it a lot. But I've never had a physical, like banging it against something, dropping something. Never had a problem like that. So not too concerned, but this feels like it's a little bit tougher, but again, feels like it's twice as heavy. I've got the Zeiss 55 1.8, and this is tiny compared to this, much lighter, but almost like it's the same build quality. And this is a $900 lens for a 1.8 prime. But this being 70 to 180, 2.8 zoom, so far the focus in low light here in my studio is working extremely fast. The video is working extremely fast. I cannot wait to get out and put this sucker in use. I've got family here over the next month or so here in Oklahoma, since their first time here since we moved up. So them watching my little one may give me a chance to go out and use it. So I want to appreciate everybody taking the time to see my unboxing. I know it's not the most exciting video in the world, but I'm going to put this to use. I'll show some of that video that I just did right here. I'll show some of the sample photos. And when I get this rolling, I'll do a little bit different review. I'll take my GoPro out, see if I can get my wife to help film on my gimbal up there, get some behind the scenes on a portrait shoot or something. And yeah, we'll let you know how it's going. So feel free to like and share, subscribe to the channel, please. That really helps me out. And if you have any ideas on something you'd like to see me shoot with this, or if you have any feedback you'd like to provide with your own use of the lens, throw that sucker down in the comments. I'll respond as quick as I can. And again, yeah, I'm just excited. When the UPS guy knocked on a door, I heard the dogs barking. I kind of ran up to the door hoping this is what it was, so I got it. But we're going to make it happen, so stay tuned for future videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. Catch y'all next time.